Oi, oi. Over to the room. Oh!
My mic is playing up.
Oi, oi.
I've got a bit of a dodgy mic. We are live. Set Telepo.
Whoa! Oh my God! See, you did it!
We did it! We did
My
it all
God!
by ourselves.
Big hugs! Big hugs!
Group hug, people.
Yes, group hug. Everyone, let me introduce you to Agent Wooshka. I don't know which one's Celia or which one's Wendy, but I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
Wendy.
Wendy,
Celia.
okay, and Celia. I cannot. So let me just say, you don't know how excited I am, or maybe you do. Do you know how excited I am?
Do you know how excited we are?
I mean, I don't care. I don't care who sees it. You're here for I got to meet Agent Wuska. I'm just so happy. Before we get
Live and
started,
direct.
exactly. Before we get started, do you want to? Do you need to tell your folks on your side anything, or are they good, or do you want me to?
Just let them know. So,
Hi, everyone. We haven't got the IRIG on because we're being interviewed. So for those joining, you've got the opportunity to find out some stuff about who we are, thanks to Telepo and his idea to give us an interview. So from across the pond, and I believe Chicago, is that correct?
Washington D.C.
Washington, D.C.
We won't get into the politics.
No.
So welcome. We're going to have some background music. We're going to have a chat, and then we'll go from there. We're going to have a half-hour interview, and then we'll probably go off and come back on with our live. So over to you, Telepo, because I know you're dying to ask us questions.
I tell you what, I turn my music off, so you have the floor. You can play anything that you want. Did you hear my introduction?
We did. Well, we heard you playing this.
Love that song. The first time I heard it, I was like, where is that from? How'd they get it?
Do you know what? I can't even remember how I found that song.
we take turns in finding tunes. So, but this was Celia's we went on a yoga retreat last year.
No, it wasn't. It was when we went to Goodwood. Goodwood?
Oh, yeah.
We went to Goodwood. Famous driving place. We didn't drive around it. And I said to, listen to this tune. We always blare our music in the car. We're like kids. And she was like, oh my God.
So how old is that song?
Oh God, it's donkey's years old. I think it's about 10 years old. Let me have a look.
Should look it up, because some of the songs, I thought it was a bit later than that.
Let me have a look.
But basically, we look for the tingle factor in a song. If it gives you goosebumps, it's a tune, because tunes resonate with you. They vibe with you. They're on your megahertz or whatever it is you'd like to call it, your solfeggio rhythm. So if it gives us goosebumps, it is a tune.
That's what I'm saying. I'm hearing music that you put in your lives that I've never heard before, but I feel it.
Maybe you're too young.
No, come on now. I mean, look
like a saint.
So, how long have you been on TikTok?
Last June.
June?
We joined in June.
Okay.
So shall we tell you the story of how it happened?
Yeah.
So basically,
it involves alcohol, though.
It involves alcohol. So we don't want to be like really bad peer people.
This is a clean show. This is clean.
This is a clean show. So we basically, our grandchildren, because we have grandchildren, like TikTok. We didn't know about TikTok. So we'd heard all this buzz about TikTok. So we also recognised that we hadn't done a lot of house music dancing for a while. We went out for a meal. We came back to Celia's. She put the sound system on. So we dug out some of those old 90s house tunes that were our very first TikToks. So Celia said, where's the video? Put on the video. Video us. So we played around because, as you get, we do like to have fun and make a joke of stuff. It's not all about serious. It's not all about being sensible or professional. So hi Chill Channel, hi Johan, hi Matt. So basically, we filmed ourselves the following week. So this is mid-June last year. I opened a TikTok account, posted the first video, which I think was Magic Carpet.
Arinky dinky.
Arinky dinky. Arinky dink. And we posted it, and it got 40,000 views in 2 days, and we got over 1,000 followers. Now I've looked back at our stats. By day 10, we had 10,000 followers.
Wow! By that song,
and it started off with that, and then we went on to I Believe,
yeah,
and then The Fog, Been a Long Time, and these were all just from this one session. And we were going, is this good? Is this what happens? Is this normal? And then it just grew from there, and because we love doing it, here we are, and here you are.
So you don't have a background in being a DJ or doing this?
No. Well, I have a background, so I've written songs and I've performed on songs.
Okay.
Because I had a friend who was a music producer. So at that time, they gave me an opportunity to produce some songs. So I did have that background. We grew up together.
Hang on 1 minute. She always underplays this. Have you actually seen her songs on our Linktree?
I have not.
She has been produced on quite a famous record label.
Is it under, what section was it under?
You know, under Linktree on our profile, if you click on the Linktree, you can go down. I think she's only put 3 of them on there, though.
Yeah,
I think she's only put 3 of them on there, but I think you've done 7.
Yeah.
Done 7. So she writes the lyrics, she produces it. Yeah, she sings on the tracks. She doesn't say this, yeah. So when we play these tunes, she's all right. No, we won't play my one today. Well, yes, we will. Yes, we will.
Okay,
so yes, she's very, very talented, but she doesn't tell anybody.
And I catch myself, in just this last week in preparing for you, I didn't want to say. I kept saying DJ, and I don't want to put you in that bucket.
We're entertainers. We're performers.
I kind of like, exactly. You know what? Jules, who joined us on here just a minute ago, she's another girl just like us. She's about 10 years younger than us, though, bless her. But she's done the same thing. But she's obviously taking it very seriously, and she's putting her heart and soul into it. And she's answering some of her critics and being like, what's she doing? It's none of their business. At the end of the day, if you want to get some decks, you want to play with it, you can mix the song, do whatever you want. Whatever you want.
Well, I'm telling you right now, we're already seeing a very different, wonderful side to both. I've been fascinated about how you came into this. Do you have a playlist prepared before you go live?
Sometimes we're quite organic.
Okay.
So I'm more like, I just want to know what I'm playing for the first hour. Yeah. But we do it 10 minutes before we do the live. So we're not thinking about this, right? We're going okay, so we're just going to do this. Let's start with this one. Who has our favourite tune of the week? And we'll mix that in there somewhere. And we just go from there. And when we're about an hour in, we're like, can't see us on the live? We're looking at each other going, what should we play next? But they're all up there. They're all up there.
Yes, and that's why I said, being a DJ, you can connect with your audience on the dance floor and feel the vibe by motion and all of that. But you don't have that much of experience in that realm. How you're able to carry the vibe, that feeling is awesome.
Well, it's the interaction, I think, because obviously on here you can see what people, I can't without my glasses on, but you can see what people are saying, and you kind of like, if people don't like it, they move on. But how many people stay is amazing.
Yes, exactly. And your numbers are up there in the hundreds for live.
Do you know what? We've only been doing lives for about 4 weeks.
6 weeks.
About 6 weeks. And I think last week we had 550 people in the room all at one time. And I was like, that's a party. That is a party.
And you know why? You know what they're doing? What we're doing? When you go live, you hook it up, the Bluetooth, and it's in the house cleaning, whatever, that you got going.
That's what we now say to people. A rule of our house, because this is our house, and we're all the same tribe. So everybody likes our music. You're part of our tribe. We're all a tribe. But one of the rules of coming into our live now is you've got to have your Bluetooth speaker and you've got to link it up. And I think going back to what you said about us being DJs, we've had lots of arguments, and I don't want to put down any DJ out there because mixing vinyl, I know lots of DJs, mixing vinyl and stroking that vinyl, that's an art, yeah? But the other art is picking tunes and having an ear for music. And that's our art. That's why we're performers. We're not DJs. We don't pretend to be DJs. We're performers. And you can see that in our TikToks. And you can see that when we're here. We were looking back yesterday. It's really important to dance. It's really important to have that exercise. It's really important to lift that spirit. It's all about lifting everybody's spirit. We're doing this to lift your spirit. And you have already given us an example that we've lifted your spirit. And I think that's really important. And that's why we're here, isn't it?
Yeah. Positive.
I can't thank you enough. I mean, I'm just it's like I'm meeting Madonna or something. You know? That's how I feel.
Well, I hope I haven't had that much work yet that I do look like Madonna.
So I had asked the audience before you came in live, like, you know, I've been doing this a year. It's always been on a Friday night. You know that whole history. And I've had some very big creators. I've had medium. I've had small. It's open to anyone. You would be number 27 in the year of having it on as a guest.
Wow.
And so you described it. What do you think contributed to your growing audience? Is it
I think it's definitely Generation X.
We parted. So when we were in our late 20s and early 30s, we went out together. And we went out and we listened. So in the 90s, in the naughty 90s, we lived the naughty 90s. And we did, didn't we? So like everybody knew us as the two that liked to dance. We even went on a dance floor once, years and years ago. We went to this club. We've both got babysitters for our children. We arrived at the club at 10 o'clock at night. The dance floor was empty, but they were playing some tunes. We ran onto the dance floor before the light show began. The light show comes down on us, and we're literally going like this. We had to creep off the dance floor because that's why we went out, didn't we?
Yeah, just danced all night.
And we took it in turns of driving, so one of us couldn't drink. And all of our friends couldn't cope with that, could they? They had to have a drink, whereas us two, we'd be there for the music, water, music all day long.
I want to know what outfits you were wearing.
Oh, do you remember?
It was very
one
small.
higher than the other. Tiny little outfits. I just want to say a shout out to everybody in the room because I can see Chill Channels there. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Johan, thank you very much. I'm sorry, I'm not the roof guy. I tell you what, I did go to a really niche. I did go to a really good session. You came with me with my Love Heart t-shirt on.
Yeah. We used to share that Love Heart t-shirt.
We used to share our clothes.
I had one.
We used to have tiny clothes and high heels. Neither of us wear high heels.
That was when long socks were in fashion.
Oi, Billa, thank you for joining. So long socks, mini skirts, tiny little vests.
At that time, I was making clothes.
Oh, yeah. Fashion designer.
One of my friends was quite a famous fashion designer, and she was kind of like, tell me what people like now. Because she was a little bit older than me. So I was like, we need this. So every time we went out with a new velvet catsuit with another hole cut into it.
Catsuit.
Catsuits with holes cut everywhere. Yep. So we had them holes here. So honestly, it was an absolute vibe. Absolutely. And nobody ever had the same outfit. Never. But no.
I had my parachute pants.
The what?
Parachute pants.
Parachute pants.
Parachute
Parachute pants.
made of the nylon material.
Wow.
Those were big in the 90s.
Yes, balloon bands.
So tell us about tell us about your music experience.
Growing up,
Yeah, because Washington, I mean, we get a lot of Chicago in the house, but from Washington, so obviously you've discovered some of our stuff. What is your music experience? Is this more, are you more rock vibe, indie vibe?
I like all kinds of music. I really do. I
So do
don't,
we.
and it really depends on what I'm doing. Like if I'm cooking, I started my cooking live very upbeat house and trance.
Yeah.
People love it. I get
All the
so
chopping and flying around.
Yeah. And it keeps me energized. Now, then of course, if I'm doing something a little bit more serious, the music. But growing up here in Washington, such a small city, but we're compact, different neighborhoods. We have China, we have Capitol Hill, I mean DuPont Circle, and all of them have a different vibe when it comes to music. And I've been here, most of my life. I've been here for about 25 years, so I grew up here. And we do get new music. It is a market for music. How extensive that is, I don't know. I know quite a few people that I've had on my show who have actually broken out and got record deals by performing on my late.
Wow.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
There you go, Will.
Do you know UK Westy? Official UK Westy? He's a rapper in London.
Yes, I've heard of him. I don't know him, but I've heard of him.
He was one of my very first guests.
No way.
Yes, and he had a surprise guest who was a fan of his and that came here. But we're in very good touch, and he's always talking about how difficult it is to break through on TikTok with music.
And that's the funny thing. What we've noticed, we follow some really, what you would call leaders in their game in terms of DJ production, music, and they've got less followers than us on TikTok, but their Instagram, I'm not allowed to say that word, sorry TikTok, apologies, but other social media platforms, they've got a good following, but on TikTok it's not so good. So we can't even understand how we've come to. I think people like realness. They like to know who you are.
Yes, they do. I mean, I have the same situation, but reverse. A lot of the comedy that I do, I know some of the biggest creators that are mentors to me. They know TikTok in and out. They have huge followings here on TikTok, but over on IG and those other ones, fractions.
Do you know what I think it is? I think it's because actually we didn't take it seriously. It doesn't matter to us, does it, really? All we're here to spread joy. So we're not out there trying to kind of like promote ourselves. It's just organic. It's just happened. It just happened, and people really like it. And I think it's nice to be nice, isn't it? And like making a positive vibe when the only thing we knew, like we said with our grandchildren, is the only thing we thought of was negative. Don't go on there. This is on there. That's on there. Don't tell people who you are.
I'm tired of people saying I'm too nice, though. I want to be the bad boy.
Well,
I've never been accused of being nice, actually.
Yeah. So maybe we were quite notorious in our 30s, and we spent a lot of time trying to get rid of that kind of reputation, because we liked to party, and although we weren't bad, we didn't like that. So we both work in healthcare. I'm a midwife, Celia's a nurse. Okay. So we try to sort of like do our bit for society. We're quite spiritual. We've got that other vibe going on, and we didn't want to
it's the holistic health promotion is what it is.
But we're rebels.
That's positive. That's good, especially in today's environment. I mean, especially post-COVID, the mental health awareness.
Exactly.
I think that's the only thing that probably that I kind of think we should have done this sooner, because during those times you could have probably connected with people and actually changed somebody's day. People say that to us all the time. You cheered up, you've made my day. You've cheered me up. I was having a bad day. You've made me smile. I mean, God, what privilege is that?
I do have to. I have to give you an observation. You're talking about
Oh,
being.
Danny, sorry, I've got to interrupt you. Danny, thank you, Danny. Someone's listening to Wooscar tunes. Thank you very
Yay.
much. Thank you. Sorry,
Yay.
Filippo. Go ahead.
Right, what was the feedback?
The feedback.
Thank you.
Dan, hi. Wendy, there was one time during a live in the last week, and you were dancing and you were getting the vibe and the music was going, and then all of a sudden you said, "We've got a troll in here," and I laughed, and it was like, just your reaction to it. We all deal with that, and you were just like, "So we got a troll in here." I don't know what you did, but
what we do, we give as good as we get. I don't actually advocate that. Yeah, I really
right.
don't.
And it was a raw, natural moment.
It's fun.
It's like when I do a live. Don't ask me to touch anything technical, because if I do something with the light, they collapse, and I freak out. But the way you handled that, I tell you, it was pure.
I think,
reminding me.
didn't we actually tell them to bring it on? I think we did, didn't we?
I think, it was something like that. I tell you what, there's the funniest person on TikTok that deals with that is, her name is Joy Nazoni, and all she does, she's, I think, in her 60s, and she does nothing but tells jokes and laughs all day. Crazy. She's loud. She's out there, and when she gets trolls, she tells them she's sending them to Cookie Land, Troll Cookie Land, which means they're getting banned, and they're going to go there and have burnt cookies and sour milk. It's the most hysterical thing.
No, but I kind of like when we first started doing this, I was like, Wendy, don't react. Yeah. But now I'm like, let's have it. Let's do it.
And I have to hold her back now. It's like, easy, tiger.
Okay. Have you ever been bananaed?
No, what's bananas? That sounds rude.
Have we ever been bananas?
Yeah, bananas.
Shut down for a period of time.
Oh, we've been in TikTok prison before.
You have, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
But they didn't shut us down. They just like
limited us.
Stop.
They
call it shadow banning or something.
They shadow
ban
because we inadvertently. You don't know what you're doing when you first come on TikTok. You don't know the house rules.
You didn't get the book?
No,
I didn't get a book. Somebody give us a book.
That was what happened then.
So obviously you do something like mention another social media.
But hang on, yeah, she actually had a row with TikTok. Can you believe that?
Right. I mean, I don't get a lot of that, and I had my first experience because I was in a character where I have a long.
Oh yeah, you have all your characters.
And this one character was on the live, and the audience was saying, "Well, what about another character?" And they don't like each other, and so I said that character said a few things about another character, and the live went down, and I was
really,
yeah, and it was my first and only time, and I felt so bad. I was so depressed. I was bad, and but I agreed. Because anybody jumping into the live, it could have been perceived as if I was bullying, harassing someone.
Yeah.
So I have to pay attention when I'm doing these characters. I can't just be free and not pay attention to that.
I think that I can see the Chill channel having a chat here. Oh, Danny, do you know that No More Fears track, Danny? I wrote that as a poem in the 90s, and that was turned into a tune, which is not me singing, in 2013. So that is all my lyrics, all my poem. You remember that, don't you? No more fears. We're going to leave it all behind us. Thank you, Danny. Sorry. Moving on.
Sorry.
So I just wanted to engage with our audience.
Absolutely.
That's the other thing that I think that sometimes I say, I talked all over the drop of that tune. I shouldn't have done it. When you're listening, when you're listening to radio and the DJ starts talking, you think, oh, shut up. I want to listen to the tune.
Right.
I'm guilty of that.
So I've kind of tried to move that back a bit and come away from that.
Well,
Where are
other
you
than
getting
that,
that
just take the mic off her.
Or
Where
she takes the mic off me. But
Where are
I
you
feel,
getting that feedback? Hi, Mandy. Hi, Jules. Where are you getting that feedback that you talk through the music?
oh
Where?
no, because we're reflectors. So part of being a healthcare clinical practitioner is that you are taught to reflect on your behaviour. So what we do is we look back and we look at ourselves and think, what could we have improved? What could we have done better? And that's, here we are, and
We're an evolving cycle.
we're just rolling with it, because it might all go like that tomorrow. And thank you, Johan.
We're just enjoying
We're
it.
just enjoying the ride, and don't have expectations, because they lead to disappointment.
A lot of the questions I gave, for all of you just joining TelepoTime, I have Agent Wooshka. I've been promoting it all week. They're here live with us. And, I always give draft interview questions. And you've touched on a lot of these already, just in your narrative and your background as to what you do, like why you're on the platform, how you got on the platform.
We really enjoy it, though. But that's the main thing. Do you know, when we're in our live last night for about 10 minutes, we are just running around like raving lunatics, dancing. We're not even paying any attention to the decks. We're like, okay,
do you both like the same artist, or is there?
Oh no, we can have artistic.
Yeah, we do have a difference. Yeah, sometimes. But I think we're kind of like, we're better at mediating about that now, I think, because Wendy, I like garage, but Wendy loves garage. I like it. I'm more Latino house. I'm a more chompy kind of like person.
So, what about Sam Smith?
Oh,
some of them. I like his.
I loved Sam Smith, but Madonna, Sam Smith. I've got a.
I like his last one about Daddy's doing something naughty. That one.
I do, but I'm getting
one.
a bit of a. I don't know. Maybe I'm into a bit more conspiracy theories, but I'm getting like Abramovich, what's her name, Marina Abramovich vibe about them, where they're all being consulted by these gurus, aren't they? And Madonna and Sam, they're all going through this process. I think Lady Gaga, and some of the stuff that they're doing, I know artists do that. It's creative, and you push the boundaries, and that's what makes art.
Yes.
But
I do think that I think that creative side has been lost in the last couple years.
100%. Thank you, Teal Channel.
I think that the breakout for the was it shock value, or no? It was natural creativity is the way I view of it. I just never. I knew his voice, but I didn't know his background.
Oh, he's got a beautiful voice.
Yeah, and there's one song on that album. I'm not here to make friends. You know that song?
Yeah,
I've heard it many times, but then I listened to the lyrics, and now I love it.
Yeah. I'm a lyricist, so like raconteurs. Like there's certain alternative artists, even going back to Jim Morrison, Jimi Hendrix. It's the Beatles. It's the lyrics that get me. So I'm really into lyrics, and that's why I like Sam Smith, because of his lyrics. However, I think that what I'm scared of is we have false idols. And I think there's like this elitist genre of artists that they're reminding me of the Hunger Games, if I'm honest. And that's what's kind of a little bit worrying when you've got young children growing up, and are they going to be the haves or the have-nots? And I'd rather it gelled together. Does that make sense? So what he puts in his lyrics, he doesn't actually portray in his persona. That's I think that's what we try to do, be normal.
Yeah. Well, as normal as we can.
Thanks, Lani. Thank you, everybody in the room. I know you've been really patient, and Telepo's having this, like, we're getting a bit personal and down, and I hope this isn't a psychological analysis.
No, not at all. It's all about conversation and about, and it brings out who you are as a person and, as a TikTok creator as well. These are, when somebody asks, one of the questions that I cannot stand is, what is your niche? For
What
me, for me, for me,
exactly?
don't put
Exactly.
me in a box because my creativity comes in different forms. I can
Mm,
cook, I can
mm,
make people laugh, I can be serious, I can
mm.
all of that, but I don't want to be put in a box.
Oh, you don't.
And
Well,
so,
I
it,
don't,
go ahead.
you saying that word creator, I don't ever look at us as creators, but
Oh
you're
no,
absolutely right.
you are creators.
But
You
do you
create.
know, yeah, this is what we do, yeah. So a tune comes in our head, yeah, we're at work or something like that. So I WhatsApp Wendy, I say, oh, remember that one, remember that one. We'll go for a walk, we'll whack it on the phone, do a TikTok, and we're done. It takes us 2 minutes.
That's
Don't think about it.
right.
Don't think about it.
Spontaneous.
Yes, don't think about it.
That's the other thing that I love about you guys. I see it because that's what I do.
Mm,
I get a funny idea, whether it's with my dogs, with a neighbor. I just do the TikTok.
mm. But I don't know if you scrolled down and looked at our very early ones that were, they were really organic.
I did. I saw some. They were pretty scary.
Honestly, my husband turned around and said, my husband's like a golfer, yeah. So I went to this golf
Hi.
too, and he said, oh, my wife's on TikTok, show them. I went, no.
See,
And he was like, what? I was like, no.
I tell you what. Do you know what your follower demographics are? Do you have a lot of U.S.
Oh,
followers?
we do. We're getting more and more. We're getting, and
Majority was women.
Johan, we are going to play. So everybody in the room that's in the room, we are going to play after this interview. So bear with us. So we're just playing some in the background. But just to let you know, so you know the demographics more than me. So because I don't.
I'm the analyst.
She's the analyst. I'm the creative, muck it all up and do what I want to do.
But no, we initially started off 80-20. It was 80% women, 20% men. That was kind of like, you're very real. You don't go around showing off whatever. You know, you wear normal clothes. You're not trying to do this. You're not trying to be that. But it's swung now. We're getting more and more men. But you know what? The majority are so respectful. So respectful.
Yeah.
Very rarely do we get somebody that's rude or, ageist or what do you think you're doing. And I'm amazed with the amount of followers that we've got and the amount of traffic we have on our page that it is so positive.
You may believe this. I have more UK followers than I have US. It's starting to change.
Oh, really?
I have always had a larger following from the UK.
Okay.
Always.
So majority is the UK, but funny enough, America's growing. It's gone up to like 12% now, something like that. Okay. But we get a lot of Spain.
Pay attention to your data.
Yeah.
I think you are. You're a creator. You just admit it.
We're creators.
Now, where's my?
We're creators.
Where's my wand? Now.
But no, it's all fun.
Do either of you think of yourself as funny or comedic?
Oh, well, I'm the accident prone. If anything's going to go wrong, it's going to happen to me.
Yeah,
and that's very funny to Celia when I fall flat on my face. Or
I always get the blame. I always get the blame. Do you know what? Whatever she does, whatever goes wrong, I always get the blame.
Well,
but it's all right. It's fine because it's probably right. Actually, it's my idea. Let's go and do that. And it's a really ridiculous idea. She'd go, "Oh, come on then," and then
bosh.
Bosh.
So I don't know how much of my content you've looked in the characters.
Hands.
I'm going to bring out a couple characters for you guys and kind of surprise you, but I've nixed the idea. So that my Grumpy Joe really wanted to meet you both.
Oh. We were scared that you were going to do that. We were thinking, "Oh my God, who's going to come and meet us?"
Right, but I have to be very careful because I don't want people to think that they're sabotaged into like a simple reaction. That doesn't work very well, and so I kind of gauge the vibe. Not to say that you wouldn't have been involved. You would have partaken in
we would have rolled with it.
Yeah,
exactly. So and I did the promo video for you, so I'm definitely I want to be in one of your videos.
Well,
Okay.
technology nowadays.
Okay.
What's that?
Technology nowadays. Why not?
Exactly. I'll help you guys. I made you the sticker. I'll do whatever you need.
Well, you probably IT wise, I'm kind of like we're not that savvy.
Did you say that you would do anything that we want you to do?
I'm watching.
Because that might.
We're watching.
You might be setting yourself up for something.
But you know what? It's not going to be in the morning.
You can be anything we want you to be. Let me be your fantasy.
There you go.
Okay, there you go.
We
Yeah.
haven't actually done that. That would be perfect.
Yes. You're going to be our fantasy.
It is a tradition, and we'll wrap this up so we want to hear your music. So let me ask you this: you had a trivia question. Everyone the guest gets the trivia question. Did you do the homework?
Yes.
You did. Yeah. Oh wow.
She did.
Oh, that's the tip.
Well, let's wait for people. So your trivia question was, I recently reached my 10K mark. And I introduced a new character named Hans.
Oh yes, yeah. Go on, who's
Hans?
Chick? Yeah.
Who doesn't have a crush on TikTok in the world of TikTok?
Yeah, we saw you with your weird face. Yeah, your lechy face going.
That tickled Wendy.
Don't distract from the question.
Was it Husker?
Husker Chick? Was it?
Yes, you got it. Husker, if you're here, they named, she's a fabulous. If you haven't looked at her videos, if you want to learn something about transitions in videos, go follow her, Husker Chick.
Do you know what? The funny thing is, we don't get a lot of chance to watch other people's TikToks.
Because we work.
Because we're working. It's kind of like, unless, you're at work and you start doing this and stuff, which would be very much frowned upon, especially in our profession. It's kind of like, it's something we've got to do more, because we try and follow back people that we think, we can, without following like 10 million people or whatever. Otherwise we'd be like, wouldn't know where we was. But it's really nice when we actually focus on somebody and have a look at what they're creating, and we have a little chat about it. That's really nice. There's some very talented people out there, and it's lovely watching their journey. I don't know if Jules is still with us, but we're watching her journey at the moment.
And let me tell you, when I hit the 10K mark, I mean, the supporters that I have had from day one. Izzy, hi, and they're all jumping in right now. And I tell you, it is, people say that how can you have any kind of relationship with people in a box on a phone? They are real relationships.
Yeah. We feel quite loyal to some of them as well.
Yeah, definitely. Some of they're not on here now. I just taken note of that. However, some of the people kind of join the journey at the same time as us, and I think that's special.
And then you never know what's going on in people's lives, so we have our DMs open, and a lot of that.
Know if you know this music, and I'm dying to know if you know this, because there's a lot of history of this song, and it's a very famous song. I think it was from the 70s, but it became very popular in the 90s.
What song?
I'm looking for it. Hold on one second. I had it queued up here, and it is. Right.
Hi everyone in the room, by the way. Why to Leave Hose Looking, thank you for staying with us. Johan, thank you. Chill Channel, thank you. And who needs Concord? Get over Gearlantic with Funky Over 50s. That's so true.
Well, you were talking about how we have relationships. You do have extra room for me when I come, right?
Yeah. Well, actually, no, I've turned my spare bedroom into our studio.
Did you? My gosh, I just had this song right here. I'm so embarrassed.
That's all right.
Thank you, Mazza.
Thank you. And thanks for joining.
Okay. Can you? I want to play this so you can hear this. I want to know.
Okay, we turn ours down.
Okay. This is an icon song. I'm gonna just die if you know it. Okay, here we go.
Oh God! So if we don't know, it's no pressure.
Oh, no pressure. We might have been giving birth. We gave birth in the 80s, didn't we? Okay.
Yeah, we had our children in the 80s. So as long as it's They tease one another, take pride in themselves.
Is this George
No, it's
Michael?
Cliff Richard.
Oh, Cliff Richard.
Well, I'm not like that.
Not at all. Oh, who is that? It is Cliff Richard, isn't it?
Some
People love one another. Need one another. Right, I need to hear it a bit more because I haven't heard it for 30 years.
well, I'm
Not that
Like
bad
that
at
at all.
all. Cliff Richards.
I said that. I was right. Cliff Richard.
Thank God for that. She
I
knew it
did.
because I never.
Cliff Richard actually looks like my dad.
Yeah. Not now.
Not now, but
I can't believe you. So you know this song?
yes.
Yeah.
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 We
We
like
got
that.
remember
Do you love that song?
our parents influenced our music style. So our parents knew each other before we were born.
We lived next door to each other.
And my mum used to say how Celia's mum was such a good dancer and her auntie Caroline. They used to love soul and Motown and all of that vibe. So we've heard, although I didn't know that Cliff Richard song. I knew it was Cliff Richard. I didn't know the song, but you knew it. But we haven't got just house music in this brain of ours.
Well,
We've got a whole catalogue of genres because that's how we grew up and that's what we were exposed
And my
to.
second love is reggae.
Yeah, and I'm ska. So my dad used to go to Brixton and get the Blue Beat little ska tunes on 45 vinyl in the 60s. So we've grown up on some stuff.
I am not going to let this go. I thought I could stump you with that song.
No.
I have one more.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Okay, let's listen.
One more. I
can't hear it.
No, hold on. It's not playing yet. Hold on.
Right, name that tune in the room. Anybody knows it before we do, feel free to put a little comment.
If you know this song, then I'll give up. I'll do whatever you want me to do.
Oh, you'll be our slave.
Chill Channel, we're special fans too.
Did you say slave?
Slave, I'll be your friends. No, not slave. I didn't.
Did you say slave?
Yeah, I did.
I was going to say, have you seen my basement?
Oh. Well, I did kind of get a clue with hands and the way he was looking. Chill Channel, you're a huge special fan. So, yeah.
We love them.
We grew up with the specials, remember?
I think we know every word.
Yeah.
So
Why must you record my... I've got Gangsters by the specials, but I've also got... My mum and dad had the Blue Beat version. So, ska. That's why I'm woo ska, because of the ska, although I'm half Polish as well, but it was because I love ska.
Okay.
Thanks.
Knees.
Are you ready?
Daisy. We're trying to fill in for you while you find the tune.
Are you ready?
Go on then.
Yeah.
Holding each other.
That's not it. Hold on. Here it comes. No, that's not it.
Oh, don't give up the day job. Anybody?
No,
I can hear a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Move it on.
Why can't we hear it? Sounds like trip hop.
We're trying to listen with our
If
good
you're
ears.
just starting TelepoTime, we're trying to stump them. They think they know all the music.
Oh, Dominator. Is it Dominator? It sounds like trip hoppy.
It sounds like when the aliens killed everybody in that War of the Worlds. Is this an actual song or a beach noise?
It's not a noise to go to sleep to, is it?
Here it goes.
Pump up the jam. No?
You must know this. Anybody? No, it's not. Oh, red bottoms. Sounds like a bit of music out of Blade.
What?
Blade. It sounds like a bit of music out of Blade. That you know.
Dominator. Red columns.
Offer Neeson.
I didn't know.
No.
I like that tune.
Do I win?
You win.
You win.
You win. You win. And we're just looking now at the time, and it's time for our show.
Yes. I have
So
to
have
let
you
you
got-
go. I have to let you go.
Have you got a final question?
No. I'm just astounded. I love you, ladies. You are, I can't say it enough. You really have taken this world of TikTok in a different way, and you're yourselves, and you give a good presence and a good vibe. And you got to look, everybody over there. I am their number one fan. Okay.
He is our number one fan, and we love him for being our number one
So
fan. And we thank you for the opportunity for us to have a little chat, because we don't get to chat really.
No.
She don't like me chatting because I give too much away.
well, what you have to do is you make sure you look, download the video and look at yourselves. And there's probably a lot of little snippets there that make some really good funny comedy.
Yes.
As usual. Normal.
I will be jumping over to your show. I need a vibe. I need a decompress.
Come on, we'll bring you up.
So what we're gonna do to anybody? Hi, Lawrence Anthony. Hi, everybody in the room. We're gonna swap because we're gonna go on to our iRig now, because obviously we need the sound.
We just pop it in there.
No, because that's the phone that's got.
All right. So we're gonna have to come off.
We're gonna come off and watch us, because we're gonna go live in as soon as I've sorted TikTok out. We would like to just say thank you to Lipo. Thank you for having faith in us. Thank you for
supporting
us, giving us this opportunity. Thank you to everybody that stayed with us and listened in the room. We hope that we can have a fruitful relationship with you, and we will see you on the other side in about 2 minutes when we start our show.
I'm ready.
It's been a pleasure.
Bye.
Take care. Big love. Thank you. Right. Bye-bye. See you in about 5. Bye.